Hello everyone, it's been a while. Kept you waiting, huh? I've been hard at work making my biggest video ever, and then after building a more powerful PC, I lost all my progress, which means back to square one. But I haven't lost everything, thankfully, just the progress I made in the video itself. Naturally, this kills my interest into making that video, but I'm not giving up. I just need to work on some other things while I wait for the drive to make that vid returns. Also, I need to pump something out for everyone to feast on, otherwise my dead fish of a channel turns into a skeleton. So, here's this video. Enjoy! Man, nothing like spending a long hard day at work, coming home and hopping on my second job on my PC, also known as simulator games. Now before I say anything else, I just want to clarify, I don't have anything against simulator games. Being able to play a game where you're a hobo throwing bottles around at other homeless people, peeing on them and also throwing the middle finger at every single person who makes the mistake of getting in your line of sight is great. I'm talking about Postal 2, by the way.
Hi there, would you like to sign my petition?
Or being a soldier on the front lines, fighting for what you believe is right and where there's always a right and wrong way to deal with the situation. I'm talking about Gmod, by the way.
Hey, yo, why you kill him?
But you get what I mean. Take your stupid cringe life and imagine yourself as something else. That's awesome. But naturally, this is a double-edged sword. Like the game where you're just farming. How fun. But I get it. I've played Power Washing Simulator and it was fairly relaxing. Taking this giant temple covered in mud and making it look brand new was a long task, sure, but it was nice seeing it go from shit to clean. Even though most of the time, near the end, you're just going, where is this stupid fucking dirt spot? Why is it in such an awkward angle? I'm fucking blasting it with enough water to rip my skin off. How is it still there? How is it still dirty? Stuff like that. But after you finally get it done, you see that time-lapse gif of you doing it, and you can't help but feel satisfied with what you did. As you move on to the next job. Or not, because you've done all the base jobs and all that's left is the paid DLC. Whip out your wallet, buckaroo. But that's the thing. They all fall into a certain type of simulation game. Something for everyone. You got the nice calm and relaxing cleaning games, you got the remodeling games, you got the survival games, you got the games that can teach you a new skill like PC Building Simulator, and then you have the worst type of simulator games. Literal slop.
Oh fuck.
Games so bad that they don't even entertain you. It literally just turns your brain off as you mindlessly play for hours on an end. You have what I call the asset simulators, because they are literally just asset flips of each other. And they aren't too expensive to make either. Just quickly run to the Unity store, buy like 50 things, then duct tape them together, and ta-da! Thousands of dollars transferred into your bank account by the end of the month. And hopefully me pointing out the stink that these games emit makes some of you reconsider playing them, because honestly it's quite shocking how popular these games are. Have you ever wanted to live out your dream of filling up people's cars with gasoline?
Fill her up, please.
Worrying about what stock you have in your shelves, fixing cars and also washing them? Well then, Gas Station Simulator is for you. Now quick disclaimer, while I do find this game bad, I will admit that I have played a lot of it and it is the least offensive game on this list. It's still shit though. Gas Station Simulator has you playing the role of an unnamed man who, while driving down the road of middle of nowhere, finds a gas station for sale conveniently on the side of a long patch of nothing. Naturally, he instantly buys it with money he definitely didn't have, so he had to borrow some from his uncle, who was also a high-ranking mafia member, and now you gotta pay him back. How much? $5,000. Now that doesn't sound like much, but you don't make much dosh in this game unless you shut down the store section of the station and focus on both pumps and the repair shop. You can hire people to come work for you as they live in the trailer parked next to the station.
I'm back at 9 tomorrow, please.
And that's really about it. Now, credit where credit's due, the dev team are making DLC for the game which brings new stuff for the station. There's the Can't Touch This DLC, which gives you the ability to change the walls and flooring of the building in your station. The Airstrip, which gives you a brand new station for you to man. The Tidal Wave, which gives you a brand new side story for you to do. and as of writing the script, the drive-in cinema. Overall, Gas Station Simulator is just mind-numbing. There are sections of the game that are funny, and sometimes you just want a game that you can play while you have a video playing in the background. Plus the game offers some satisfying decorations for the station, such as some giant palm trees, having an asphalt road installed around the station, and some other decorations such as a picnic area, an 1800s wagon, and a run-down food truck? Wait.
Fuck this shit. Go home, go in bed. Go home, go bed.
Fuck this
Yeah.
establishment.
I'm out this bitch. I'm sick of it. Go home, go bed.
Made by the same devs that made Gas Station Simulator, Food Truck Simulator is just bad. Unlike Gas Station Simulator, which is kinda bad but with some fun inclusions, Food Truck Sim is just straight cheeks. The game sucks. The gameplay, stupid. The story, stupid. The characters, they suck. The only cool thing I can say about this game is I'll let you drive around and pick a spot to serve your slop to the poor customers foolish enough to pick your shitmobile. Now I'm gonna tell you what your civilian killer can serve for the hungry people of unnamed town. You can serve burger and fries. Seems normal so far. Pizza. Okay. And sushi. What? Bro, people say don't ever buy no sushi from no gas station, bro. Imagine food truck sushi. Hang on. Huh. That's surprising. But still, these are singular type of trucks, not all combined into one. Cross-contamination nightmare. Going from making burgers and frying some crispy fries and then rolling out some pizza dough without washing your hands, and then making some sushi. Like, what? Couldn't they have added different variations of trucks you could have run? Would have made more sense, but, you know, just saying. Still, the selection is wild though. And you know what else is wild and stupid? The story. The story goes that your dad, who used to own the very food truck that's currently in front of you, has left it for you to run after he passed away. After tidying up and installing some new equipment inside, you realize that you don't have any ingredients to make food, turning this into Truck Simulator. Luckily, heading over to see Clara, the supplier that worked with your dad, she gave you some ingredients for free. This time. To get yourself started. Blah blah blah, eventually you open up in a spot that also has Dennis, the same Dennis from Gas Station Simulator, and after a long day of serving food, you head home and go eat on the couch, only to wake up with your entire place burning down. That's right, Dennis literally tries to kill you because you served food in a spot that he was in. Thankfully, Clara knows a guy who can give you a replacement truck with the equipment you lost. After getting the replacement, you can then go to Dennis's place and get a little revenge. Not by killing him, no. Just by messing up his truck and draining his tires. Yeah, you can also steal the money from his safe, and if you do, you get told off for doing so, and even your character's like, is this the right
But is it
choice? I don't know if I should do this. As if he didn't try and murder you. This all ends with the food truck competition happening, and you winning and honoring your dad. Yeah, this game sucks. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 2, because it's at least playable. What else is there? Ah, yes.
I would die for it. I would die for it. I would die for it. I would die for it.
You've definitely seen these games on your Steam homepage. These games just take a bunch of assets and twist them together into a simulator game. On top of that, they usually use AI in their thumbnails. You got Corner Kitchen Fast Food Simulator, Factory Outlet Simulator, and Supermarket Simulator. These games are not made to entertain. They are purely made to bring in a profit. Why bother using talent to make something when you can just shit out a stupid simulator game by buying a bunch of assets off the Unity store and then cramming them together? And they can just take a simple concept. How about you just open up your own supermarket? How about you open up an internet cafe or a corner store? Fuck it, how about you start a streaming career? These games are so incredibly lazy that there's no way you can actually enjoy it if you focus on it, because if you do, then you'll just quickly realize, this sucks. This is how they weed out the people who play games and people who participate in games. They make the game so boring and mind-numbing that by the time you realize how shit the game is, you've already passed the refund mark. In my opinion, keywords there, Weed Shop 3 is where I started seeing these type of games showing up more. And by that I mean that popular YouTubers made videos playing it, so now all of a sudden people are seeing that these lazy type of games get a lot of money. So now you have people who know how to make games seeing a game dev group called Weed Games making hundreds of thousands of dollars from this singular game and thinking, yeah, I can do that. And now there is quite a lot of bad games on the simulator tag for Steam. Okay, that's enough complaining. You get what I mean though. There's just so much sloppy shit slapped with the simulator title, pumped out, and people just enjoy it. Look at TGC Card Shop Simulator for example. Almost all assets are from a store, but they did make some unique Pokemon cards and assets to use, such as the plushies. And let's be honest, if you are playing this game and enjoying it, you either A, have a Pokemon mod installed, or B, play it because it has card pack gambling in it. So with that, let me tell you some good simulator games you should play instead. So to start, we have Power Wash Simulator. You know what this game is. You clean dirty things go ping when clean, brain releases dopamine. Simple fun that's something to do while you have a video playing in the background. Personally, I love the underground station level. Cleaning the billboards and the tunnel was so satisfying to do, and it was so gratifying seeing the dirty tile platform shine after it was cleaned. Going on the opposite side of the coin, there's This War of Mine. A war survival simulator released in 2014 where you have to take control of a group of normal people trying to survive an ongoing war. You're not some super soldier going sicko mode on an entire army as you calling a kill streak to dominate the big bad.
W.
As I said, you're just some normal people trying to get by. Make some makeshift beds to rest, a radio to check on the war status and weather, make some tough choices with scavenging for supplies, and decide whether or not you take a life. This game also has DLC which adds children survivors, making the game more difficult, and it also has story-based chapters such as A Father's Promise, which has you take on the role of Adam, struggling to keep his daughter alive during the war, and after she gets kidnapped, while he's out scavenging for food, meds and materials, he goes on a manhunt to find her at whatever cost. It's a good game, go check it out. Moving on to some good slop games, there's Goat Simulator 3. The game, as my friend described it, is a good kind of sloppy. The game is about you playing as a goat, the most evil creature ever created by God. And it's you going about causing as much chaos as you can while unlocking different variations of Pilgor, which come with unique bonuses. It's not meant to be serious or put you in the life of a goat. It's literally just a silly simulator game that you play purely for fun. I can't talk about simulator games without mentioning Stardew Valley. You all know Stardew Valley. It's a good simulator game, so I'm going to recommend something else. So with that, I recommend Traveler's Rest. It's essentially Stardew Valley, but in a more medieval time period, and instead of running a farm, you run a tavern. You can grow crops and turn them into dishes for your customers to eat or drink. Because it's a tavern, you also have to maintain a sleeping quarters for your customers who want to stay the night as they continue their adventure. There's a lot to do, and recently they added multiplayer, so you can gather some pals and run a tavern together. While the game is still in early access and has some bug issues, it's still a good time. Might as well recommend one more game. The game being Thief Simulator 2. It's a game about, well, being a thief. You break into other people's homes, either day or night, and you can steal as much as you physically can, and then sell for a profit. It also has a story, which I haven't personally experienced, but I hear it's kinda alright. And I will be giving the game a shot myself after this video.
2 hours later.
It's alright. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like/comment as it helps the channel grow. Sorry for the long wait. I promise I got some good stuff working in the background. I will upload a trailer for the big vid when it's almost done. Anyways, bye bye!